Hey guys, Mr. Kuminato here with Music Learning Band to show you how to put your saxophone together for the very first time. Now most of you have probably just gotten home from the parents' meeting and are really excited to put the saxophone together, so let's get started. First off, you need to make sure that you put the saxophone case flat on the ground with the clips facing up. That way whenever you open it up, nothing spills out. Now inside your saxophone case you have four main compartments. Where the actual body of the horn goes, where the mouthpiece goes, kind of over here in the corner, where your neck is supposed to go, and also a compartment to hold reeds, neck straps, music, whatever else you might need. Now, a lot of beginners take their neck and they'll put it in this compartment and think that that's completely okay. But then this will rattle around while you're walking around, so make sure you always put your neck back in the right spot. Now, we're going to start by putting together our mouthpiece. This is pretty much the most important part that we need to get right for the horn. Now, there's three parts to your mouthpiece. The mouthpiece, the reed, and the ligature. Now what you need to do first is take your reed and put it in your mouth. It'll make you talk kind of funny, but that's okay. Once the reed is nice and wet, we're going to take it, and we need to notice two things about our mouthpiece and the reed. The mouthpiece has a flat side and a round side. And the reed has a flat side and a round side. So, we're going to line up the flat side and the flat side on our mouthpiece. First, make sure you take the ligature and slide it on the mouthpiece and loosen up these screws. These are what are going to hold the reed onto the mouthpiece. So slide the ligature up just a little bit, take your reed, slide it down behind your ligature until you get it right in the right spot. Now, if you'll notice, the top of the mouthpiece and the top of the reed are roughly the same shape. So we're going to take the reed, push it up until it's almost even with the top of the mouthpiece, and it's going to leave a hairline worth of black. Once you've gotten that all lined up, you're going to slide your ligature down, making sure it gets all the way under the U on your reed. And then, once it's down, you cinch it up. Once it's on there nice and tight, the reed can't move. And that's how you know you're ready to go. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our neck strap and we're going to put it over our head. Now the reason we want to do this next is so whenever we get the body put together, we can go ahead and hook it onto the neck strap. That way we don't have a chance of dropping it. So, the neck strap gets put on. Then we're going to take out the neck. The neck has a piece of cork on this end. So you're going to take your mouthpiece, the open end, you're going to push it onto the cork and kind of push and twist until you get it about halfway on there. Your band director will tell you if you need to push it on more or less, but for right now, halfway down is perfect. Now, once you have your mouthpiece on there, you're going to take the body of your horn and make sure you take your plug out. Some of you might have a plug, some of you might not. The main reason for it is to make sure that this stays a perfect circle. So if you have a plug, make sure you put it back in every time and take it out every time. But if you don't, that's okay. So we make sure that our screw is loose, then we take our neck and we line up the pin with the ring on the neck. So whenever you slide it down, the ring is going to go on top of the pin so that it looks just like that. After the neck is on your horn, you're going to screw this screw down because that's going to make sure that you can't twist it. Now, on the back of your saxophone, there is a ring. This is where you're going to connect your neck strap. Some of you might have a pull little clip. Some of you might have one that just slides on or hooks on. The main thing that you need to make sure is that it hooks on completely, and then you never just let your saxophone dangle. You always keep a hand on it. Now, once you have your neck strap once you have your saxophone on the neck strap, the next important thing is making sure that the neck strap isn't too long or too short. Whenever you put your saxophone up to your mouth, whenever you put your saxophone up, you want it to go directly to your mouth. So right now it would hit me in the chin. So I need to raise my neck strap a little bit. So we're going to raise it up. Now I'm going to do it again. oh, this one would hit me in the eye, so I apparently went too high. So we're going to loosen it just a little bit, and now look, goes right in my mouth. Now that we've taught you how to put your saxophone together, we're going to go ahead and teach you how to play your first 3 notes. Now, to learn how to play our notes, we first need to learn where our hands go. So, in order to do that, it's easiest to put our thumbs in the right spot first. On the back of the horn, we have a black thumb rest right here. That's where your left thumb is going to go. And then on the bottom of the horn, we have a black thumb rest, and that's where your right thumb is going to go. So once you have your saxophone and your thumbs correct, you should be able to hold your saxophone 100% just like this, only using your thumbs and neck strap. Next, you have white pearls on all of the keys that your fingers are supposed to go on. Now for some of you guys, this might actually be a white pearl too. And the way you can tell is if you push it down right here and something up here lifts up, we're not going to be talking about that one right now. So make sure that you put your finger on the first big pearl, then your middle finger goes on the second big pearl, and your ring finger goes on the third big pearl. On your bottom hand, of course leaving your thumb still on that thumb rest. On your bottom hand, with your thumb still on that thumb rest, index finger, first pearl, middle finger, second pearl, ring finger, third pearl. Now, whenever we have our fingers on those pearls, they're just resting on top. We're not actually going to be pushing down any keys right now. But in order to play our very first note, let's talk about how our mouth needs to go onto the mouthpiece. First, you're going to roll your bottom lip over your bottom teeth, just like this. Now, with your top teeth are going to bite directly down on top of the mouthpiece. And now, you seal up and blow through it like a straw. Now, we're going to go ahead and do that again. No fingers being pushed down. Now, once you have a good sound like that, we're going to learn our very first note. All you do is push down your index finger on your left hand, pushing down that very first pearl. That's called a B. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a B for 4 beats, and then I'm going to count you into playing a B for 4 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, you, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, off. Great job. Now, let's go ahead and do that together, and let's play it together. 1, 2, ready, and. Very good. Now, we're going to go ahead and move on to learning our second note. We've just learned B, which is our first finger. Saxophone is really cool because the next note we're going to learn, all you do is drop that second finger, and you've already learned another note. This is called A. So I'm going to play an A for 4 beats, and then I'll count you in to play an A for 4 beats. 1, 2, ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. Great job. Now let's try playing it together. 1, 2, ready. Really good job. Now, let's go ahead and learn our third note. So just like for the second note, we put down our second finger, we're going to go ahead and put down our third finger, and that's called a G. Now, we're going to go ahead and play a G. Since you already know those first 2 notes, let's go ahead and play a G for 8 beats. So 2 counts of 4. I'll do it first, and then I'll count you in. 1, 2, ready, and. 1, 2, ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. Now, we're going to go ahead and learn how to put our saxophone back in the case. Make sure that whenever you're taking your saxophone apart, you follow the exact same process that we did. So we're going to take our neck off and put the body of our horn back in the case. Make sure you put your plug back in. Then we're going to take our neck off, making sure that we don't smash our octave mechanism. You'll learn more about that in band. But make sure that you don't grip it and just rip it off. Make sure you hold it nice and delicate, and then take your mouthpiece off. And then finally, we need to make sure we take off our reed without breaking it. So we're going to unscrew the screws on our ligature, slide it about halfway up, and then just push the reed out. Put your mouthpiece in the ligature, back in that corner slot that's specifically for the mouthpiece. And then take your reed case, slide your reed in there to make sure that it doesn't get broken. Put it back in your case. Take your neck strap, fold it up, put it in your case. And that's all you need to know for your very first lesson of saxophone.